лейбористской партии Великобритании представитель городского совета Уитни Саймон Паркс убежден, что вооруженный конфликт на Донбассе вспыхнул не случайно. Во всем виноваты нордические пришельцы. Именно они посоветовали Владимиру Путину начать интервенцию и дали ему внеземное оружие, чтобы противостоять США. Саймон Паркс, который, по его собственному утверждению, имел сотни контактов с инопланетянами, уверен, что за агрессию Владимира Путина несут ответственность так называемые нордические пришельцы. Раньше Путин входил в группу людей, которые консультировали рептилоиды. Однако нордические пришельцы сделали Путину встречное предложение.
Gonna walk all over you.
Earth, a unique planet, restless and dynamic. Continents shift and clash. Volcanoes erupt. Glaciers grow and recede. Titanic forces that are constantly at work, leaving a trail of geological mysteries behind. This episode travels back in time to investigate the greatest geological mystery of all, the birth of the Earth. Scientists explore how our planet first formed from the dust of the solar system, how molten
in the darkness of space, there are violent forces at work.
Our investigation into the planet begins with a mystery. A murder mystery. In the late 1980s, a serial killer was stalking the Limpopo Savanna. At the time, there was a severe drought. The country was devastated. Water holes had dried up, and food became scarce. Only the tough and widely spread acacia provided any sign of hope to large herbivores, such as the kudu. These beautiful and robust animals could nibble around the tree's defensive spikes, plucking its small green leaves. Death by starvation was unavoidable. The hard times could be survived. But then something strange began to happen. Large numbers of healthy kudus suddenly dropped dead.
Можно нам сюда поехать?
У меня есть идея. Ваши желания в ваших руках. Оплачивайте любые покупки картой Visa Сбербанка и получайте за это бонусы «Спасибо». Обменивайте их на авиабилеты на портале спасибо-сбербанк.travel. Путешествуйте с бонусами «Спасибо».
Large numbers of healthy kudus suddenly dropped dead. Thousands littered the landscape. The
Woke up one day and discovered that everything you've always taken for granted is not what it seems at all. What you thought was reality is actually a simulation.
How they change over time. A completely different way of looking at the universe.
Saturday nights at the World Science Festival, leather jacket. That's the rule. That's the lesson there. All right, so is this a fundamentally different way of thinking about physics, or is it actually in line with a lot of the themes we've been hearing? Many of you who are physics students or who love to read Brian Greene's books and some of the other fantastic nonfiction books that are about the state of physics today, we've been told for years and years that quantum mechanics has a certain absurdity at the basis of it, and we're told to get over it. Einstein was told to get over it. The idea that gravity doesn't go with the standard model of the atomic particles in the universe, that gravity is a force that's different. We're told, that's just the way it is. Get over it. Well, part of what we're going to explore tonight is a theme that really is a part of the whole festival this year, and that is, a lot of scientists are saying, we're not going to get over it. We are going to explore this absurdity of quantum mechanics. We're going to see if the absurdity that we feel and the irreconcilability of certain aspects of quantum mechanics actually suggests something deeper. The fact that gravity is not a part of the standard model, does it suggest something deeper even in the idea that gravity is a way of describing space? So, to help us with that, we have a spectacular panel. Please welcome Edward Fredkin. Here we are again. Good evening. It's a beautiful, gorgeous summer night in New York, and here, this place is full of people who want to talk about holograms. And wow. World Science Festival is so great. My name is John Hockenberry. First of all, I'm the college dropout news guy who's going to hang out with Nobel physicists tonight. Perfect for this job. Oh, my God. How did I get here? But seriously, we think of, this season as the World Science Festival. It's the beginning of June. The weather starts to get great. Tonight at the Brooklyn Bridge Park, it's supposed to be one of the best viewing nights in New York. And there aren't many really fabulous viewing nights in New York, so I urge you to do that. I mean, it's a beautiful, clear night. Everybody's out in their sun. It's kind of like prom season. We think of the World Science
At its center, the young sun.
The theory that emerged was that the sun was surrounded by a cloud of dust and gas, and as that cloud cooled, little grains of minerals formed. So all these little grains of minerals floating in this gaseous cloud are moving around the sun, and they start to bump into each other.
But there was a problem.
March 6, 2009.
Later, GN2 pressure go.
This Delta II rocket is going through its final pre-flight check.
7.1.3. Drop 1.
Engine start, 1-0, and liftoff.
All right, thank you all for coming. It's always nice to get a chance to talk a little bit about what you do to people who aren't your close friends and co-workers. A special word of gratitude, I suppose, to Elliot for making all of this possible and really stepping up for the SETI Institute when it really mattered. I'm going to talk about Kepler. This was originally going to be a highly technical talk, which was focused on people who already knew what I was talking about. I've tried to expand it out and give you some sort of a general flavor of the Kepler Space Telescope, its mission, its properties, and so on. You might notice a couple of seams where I've sort of switched from one talk to the other. If you get lost in the middle, don't worry, I'll come back up for air at the end. I'm specifically going to talk about the planet Kepler.